Good morning. So today we are going to start the seventh chapter, as we have already studied about this chapter, about the different categories of the plants, right? So in this chapter, that is getting to know plants, we have studied about the different categories of the plants we have, right? Herbs, shrubs, trees. Based upon their appearance, we are able to differentiate which are herbs, shrubs, trees, right? Then apart from these three categories, we also have the climbers, creepers, right? So climbers take the support of the other, like other plants, or there is a need of some stick who act as a supportive for other plants, right? And the creeper used to spread, or they just only directly spread on the ground surface, right? So they are the creepers and the climbers. So we have three types of the plants, we can say, that is herb, shrub, trees. Apart from those three main types of the plants, we have climbers and creepers, right? Then you have studied about the leaf parts. A leaf has a midrib and there is a veins arrangement on the surface of the leaf, right? And the boundary of the leaf we called as a lamina, right? Then what is the use of a stem? So stem used to transfer the food material or the nutrient from the soil to different parts, right? Then the leaf has the, so we have studied about the leaf parts, right? So it has the midrib. Then there is the arrangement of the veins that we call the leaf venation. Okay, the arrangement of the veins on the surface of the leaf we call as a leaf venation, and it is of two types. One is reticulate venation and one is parallel venation, right? So reticulate is a network-like venation arrangement, whereas the parallel, they are parallel to your midrib. So these you can see in the grasses, right? Then reticulate you can see in the example of your people tree or the people tree leaf, right? Then we also studied about the photosynthesis and transpiration, right? What is a photosynthesis? The process of making food by the green plants in the presence of sunlight, water, right? So what it produces? It produces the glucose or the sugar and also oxygen, and there is a release of some water. So plant is preparing their own food with the help of photosynthesis, right? Then what is the transpiration? The removal of excess of water from the plant body to the atmosphere, we called as a transpiration. Okay, so the excess of water which has been releasing out from the plant body, we called as a transpiration, right? So all these things we have studied in the previous class, right? Then what is, or what do we mean by the root, and what is the actual function of the root we are going to study in this class, right? So, so the next part is, so you can see that figure 7.13, watering the plants, how Bujo and Paheli are watering the plants, right? So activity 6, you would require 2 pots, some soil, kurpi for digging, blade or a pair of a scissor and water. The activity is to be done in groups of 4-5 students. Select 2 plants of same kind from the open ground and dig them out with the roots. Take care that their roots do not break. Plant one of them in a pot A, cut off the root from the other plant and plant it in a pot B. Water them regularly. Observe the plant after a week. Are both plants are healthy? Both the plants are watered regularly, but one is without root. Is not it? Does this activity help us to understand the importance or the important function of the root? let us do an activity to study another function of a root. So first activity, what they have done, so we have taken two pots, right? So they have taken the two pots A and B. So in the A part they have taken the soil, then B part both have the soil. In first plant they have planted a plant, right? Or put a plant with the roots. Okay, so this plant has a root, whereas the another plant, so this plant, or we have cut the root part of this plant, so it is directly put in the pot. So after some times what you observe, that there is a well growth of this plant which has the root system, right? But the plant which do not have the root, they are actually not well healthy, or it is not showing any type of a growth as compared to this one, right? So activity 7, we would require seeds of a gram and a maize, cotton, wool, katori, bowl and some water. Take 2 katoris bowl, place some wet cotton in them. Okay. So next activity. So in this part we are going to understand the importance of the root. Okay. So how root plays an important role, right? So activity 7. So take a 2 ball or the katori, right? So we are going to take 2 balls or the 2 katoris, right? Place some wet cotton in them. Okay, so we are going to wet them with the help of water. So wet cottons we have taken, right? Then put 3 or 4 seeds of a gram in one and maize in another. Okay, so in one part you have taken maize and one part, so put 3 or 4 seeds of gram in one. Okay, in this part we are taking the gram seed or the chana, right? In second part, maize in another, in this maize or the corn. Okay, so 2 types of seeds we have selected in the A and in the B. Okay, so first part we have taken the bowl or the katori with the wet cotton. Wet cotton means it is soaked in a water, right? Then we have put seeds of the gram or the chana. Then in that next part we have taken the maize or the corn seed. Same thing, wet cotton and the seeds we have taken, right? Then keep the cotton wet by sprinkling water every day. So every day you have to make moisture, or we provide moisture to that cotton. Okay, so sprinkling or making the cotton wet again and again every day until the sprouts have grown into young plants. After a week, try to separate the young plants from the cotton. So after some times what you can see, there is the growth of the roots, okay, and outgrowth or the sprouts you can see. Okay, it's white small outgrowth you can see from the seeds, right? So sprouts have grown into the young plants. Okay, you can see the sprouts grown after some time. So after a week, try to separate the young plants from the cotton. Was it easy to separate the cotton from the roots? So after doing the experiment, what you are going to do? You are trying to pull those seeds from those cotton. Okay, now it has been stuck in that cotton. Okay, your seeds have been stuck in the cotton part, right? So we are not able, we can say we are not easily able to pull out individual seeds from those cotton, right? So in activity 6, we could not pull out the plants from the soil right. We dug them out. This is because root helps in holding the plant firmly to the soil. They anchor the plant to the soil. You have seen that there are different kinds of stems, leaves. Do roots also shows the variety? Let us find out. So now we are basically confined to the root system, right? Roots. So what happened when we are growing those seeds in this cotton? So now your cotton act as a soil. Okay. So initially before the activity you have seen when Bujo and Paheli trying to pull out. So they were trying to pull out this potted plant. Okay. So they are trying to pull that plant from the soil. But what happens? It was not easy to directly pull out the plant from the soil, as these roots hold the soil particles very tightly. So they are holding the soil, or the plant is holding the soil very tightly. Okay. So what happened? It will not easy for us to directly take the plant or remove the plant from the soil. So we have used the kurpi, right? With the help of kurpi, we are removing the plant from the soil. Okay. So we are trying to get it out in this from the soil, right? So same thing through the activity, they are telling that how this cotton, your cotton is acting as your soil. Okay. So it is acting as a soil, and your seeds are now, the seeds are growing, right? You can see the sprouts coming out. So these sprouts now holding those cotton material. So they are holding that cotton material, like your plant or the root hold the soil material. Same thing now, this soil or these seeds are holding the cotton material, right? When we are trying to pull out those seeds from this cotton material, we cannot able to pull out easily. So they are holding the cotton very tightly, very stiffly, right? So we dug them. This is because roots help the holding the plant firmly to the soil. So because of the root only, the plant has been held stiffly, tightly, properly into the soil. Okay. Otherwise what happens if we take the example like, if it is a plant, it has a root, right? And there is another plant, right? There is another plant without the root. So which plant you can easily pull out? Obviously you can pull out the B one, not the A one, right? So you can pull out this plant very easily, as there is a no root system over here, right? So it has, or it does not have any the root system. Okay. So if I drawn like this, so it is directly placed into the soil and we can easily remove out from the soil. But this plant which has the root system, it is holding the soil, right? So it is holding the soil or the ground very stiffly, tightly, and it is not easy to remove out from the soil, right? So they anchor the plant into the soil. Anchor means they are making the plant to, or they are showing the direction. Okay. So, or they are making the plant to stand or stiff to the soil. Okay. Anchoring. So, placing a particular direction. Okay. In that direction only it has been settled or stable. Okay. So, showing the direction towards the soil. Okay. And it has been stable over this part. Okay. The soil, the root has been spread throughout the soil and it is holding that soil. okay, or the root. So overall the plant structure is holded by the soil, okay. Whereas this plant which do not have the root, it is not very much firmly holded or getting supported, okay. So it is directly placed and we can directly remove it. So there is no support for them, right? Then, so you have seen how the roots are very important, right? So in the stem part you have seen how it is taking the, we can say how it is absorbing. The roots are actually helps in the absorption of the food material, right? Or the nutrients from the soil. So that nutrients or the useful material is traveled to the different parts of the plant through the stem, right? But the root is making them to stand or hold properly in this soil by with support, that is a root. So root is very important for the plant to be stable, stiff in the soil or to stand upright, okay. With that only it is standing properly. So basement is strong, right? Now the activity 8. Study figures 7.16a and b carefully. Now look at the roots of the gram plant that you have pulled out from the cotton in the previous activity. Do they look like roots shown in 7.16 or 7.6b? How about the roots of maize plant? Write gram or maize in the black spaces in the figure after matching the root with the figures. In what way are the roots of a gram and maize similar? In what ways they are different? There seem to be two different types of a roots. Is not it? Are there also other types of a root? So go to the open ground. Where do the wild plants are growing? Dig out, wash the soil of roots and observe them. Do you find that all of them either have the kinds of a root shown in? So now firstly we have studied what is the use of a root, right? So roots are very beneficial as they are holding the plants strongly into the soil or making to stand upright properly, right? But in this root system we also have a different types of a root system, right? Or we can say we have types of a root system. So one is we have you can see the figure 7.17, and the other plant, if I take the other plant, so if you see the figure 7.17, there is a tap root and a fibrous root, okay. So tap root, so we have two types of a root system in the plant body, okay. Based upon this structure we have differentiate the types of a roots, okay. So what is a tap root? When you see the tap root, it has the main, this root, okay. This has the main strong root, you can see. From that main root, small roots you can see, or the hairs, okay, root hairs you can see. But the actual main part is this, okay. Then in the second or the fibrous root, what you can see, so you can see there is a, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 main roots, okay. So there is a one individual main root system you can see, but in this fibrous root you can see thick root system, right? A bunch of roots you can see. So these are main roots, okay. From this only small roots here are growing, okay. So it is actually a simple root system, okay. Directly you can differentiate the main part of this root and there is a root here, but in this you can see the network of roots, right? Bunchy of roots. So main root is called the taproot, smaller roots are called lateral roots. Okay, so this is the main root and these side are called the lateral roots. Okay, lateral means side by side. So plants with the roots as shown in figure 7.17 do not have the main roots. All roots are similar and those are called fibrous roots. Okay, what they have told, fibrous roots, so all are there of equal size. Okay, so similar roots seem to be similar, that are called fibrous. Okay, so many branches of the roots you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, bunch of roots you can see, right? So almost have the same length, but in this you can see only the one main root. Okay, from there small roots are growing, that we called as a lateral roots. Okay, so what is the use of the roots in the plant body? So they help the plant to hold it properly in the soil, right? And it has to absorb different nutrients which are present in the soil. It has to be absorbed by the plants. Okay, the root is going to absorb the nutrients from the soil and it is going to transfer to the stem, right? From the root it will travel to stem and stem to different parts, right? So first function of the root is to hold the plant properly into the soil. Then what else? So apart from this, it has two types of a root system. That is, one is a tap root system, one is a fiber root system. Okay, it is a tap root system when there is a one main root you can see and there is a lateral roots. Okay, but in this fibrous root, that is, many roots are developing, right? So tap root, from one root system, many lateral or the side roots or the roots here are developing. From the fibrous roots we have almost similar roots, number of roots you can see of almost same length and same size, and they are in bunch. Okay, when you take out those plant, you can see bunchy of roots. But in this taproot system, when we take out, it is a simple root system, right? So hope you understand about the today's topic, that is how the roots plays an important role in the plant body, right? So it is helping the plant to stand upright or be